Driving in Taiwan can offer a very different experience when visiting Taiwan. In this new series, we'll be exploring new ways to visit Taiwan. So when your friends ask you, "Huh? 你又去台湾?" you can tell them that there are still many things to do in Taiwan, and driving around Taiwan is something that you have to check off your bucket list. The experience of visiting Taiwan at your own pace and taking views of the gorgeous mountain ranges like Huan Shan and Taichung National Park without the need to listen to your tour guides and rushing to meet deadlines is something that money cannot buy. For our visit to Taichung, we rented cars from Klook, and we will leave a link down in the description box below. Before renting a car in Taiwan, here are some basic knowledge that you have to know. Taiwan is a left-hand drive country, i.e., the driver sits on the left while you drive on the right side of the road. So this is similar to driving in Korea or the US, but it is opposite from Singapore. So if you are driving in Taiwan, please note that slow vehicles should keep on the right and passing of slow vehicles should be done on the left. So please take note when driving in Taiwan. The international driving permit is compulsory for all car renters in Taiwan. So please remember to bring your local license and you'll be cross-checked against the IDP and local license when picking up the car. Right turns on red are illegal as well, so take note if you are coming from the US or Korea, but for Singaporeans, you will probably be familiar with this. Parking in cities can be a little bit more complicated as there is a lack of parking lots in cities like Taichung. If the road or lot is demarcated by red lines, no parking or temporary stopping is allowed. As for yellow lines, no parking is allowed and only temporary stops are allowed. If you are driving in cities, stick to white lots and tickets will be issued where you can pay at any convenience stores. For more rural areas, parking is generally free, or in areas like Huan Shan or Taichung National Park, there are usually parking machines where you can just pay at the machines before you exit. These are the costs of parking the vehicles on Taichung Gorge for your reference. For our recent trip to Taichung, Huan Shan and清境, we rented our car via Klook. We paid a total of $188 for full insurance coverage for 3 days. If you are purchasing through Klook, please note that in the event of an accident, you will have to pay upfront on the excess before claiming it back from Klook's insurance partner. So that is one thing that you have to take note if you are renting the vehicle via Klook. Google Maps work perfectly well in Taiwan, so navigating is not an issue at all. If you are going up Huan Shan and清境, do take note that turns can be tight and some of the roads, especially near Huan Shan, are one lane. So some maneuvering skills and spatial awareness of your vehicle is an absolute must. So unless you have a big family, a small car would probably be easier to maneuver around the mountains. For our trip to清境and Huan Shan, we got the smallest and cheapest car, which we were assigned a normal, non-hybrid Toyota Yaris, which was still sufficient to climb the steep mountains of Huan Shan, although the engine was a bit loud and complaining at times. One tip for driving on Huan Shan is that if there is a vehicle or motorcycle pressuring you from the back, just signal to the right and let the driver pass. It will probably be safer for everyone on the roads. Awareness is key when driving up the mountain. If you are driving in winter as well, on our early drive and hike up to Huan Shan, there was a stretch where road safety marshals stopped and told us to proceed slowly and carefully, as there were ice particles formed on the road. But thankfully, we were still allowed to proceed. Road closures are a thing on Highway 14A, which is the road you will take to reach清境Farm, Wuling, and Huan Shan. And sometimes, roads may be restricted to vehicles carrying snow chains. So be sure to check out the news on any road closures before driving up the mountains. Fuel prices are pretty affordable in Taiwan, costing around 28 Taiwan dollars for 95. And for refueling, usually there will be staff to help you out, so no worries if you do not know how to operate a gas pump, someone will be there to help you. And the last point that we want to share is that if you intend on only visiting city areas such as Taipei or Taichung city area, we will suggest not renting a car. Driving in Taichung city, especially to places like Yeshis, can be a bit stressful, because there are many motorbikes or what they call Ji-chers in Taiwan, which will surround you at traffic lights simply because there are so many of them. And my suggestion is to avoid the cities if you intend to drive in Taiwan. Uber prices are pretty affordable, so save yourself the headache and risk of driving a vehicle. But if you intend to travel outwards towards areas like清境, Huan Shan, and Gaomei Shidi, driving is definitely fun and a rewarding experience that we will strongly suggest anyone who values traveling at their own pace and time and who loves to experience new adventures to try driving in Taiwan. Remember to subscribe for more tips on driving and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. We will leave you with some driving POV videos of our drive in Taichung,清境and Huan Shan. Enjoy and we will see you on our epic hikes at Huan Shan. No.
Can't see two hands on the wheels.
In 400 meters, make a U-turn.
么都看不见。Shan。
自己看没有错，就是这样的。
嗯。